Welcome to the podcast that should be number one on your drunk dial list. Hashtag just saying. My mind went blank, so I went back to the old standard. What can you do?
That's okay.
What can you do? Welcome back, everybody. I am Tara.
And I'm Sean for now.
For now.
But
you gonna be something else later?
Oh, every week I'm gonna be someone new.
Okay.
I had a little idea about a project I want to do with the show. A little extra funny.
Okay. This is new to me, folks. I'm learning it as I'm learning it with you.
It's now summer. Well,
yes?
Not officially, but according to Coca-Cola, it is.
Well, because they're whores.
And Coke likes to do that thing where they put your name on the bottles.
Well, everybody else's name but mine.
No, I've found you twice.
Well, yeah, but it's on shitty soda.
I haven't found you yet.
It's on like the Diet Coke, and like what is the black one?
That was a Coke Zero.
Zero.
Yeah.
I can't drink those. Although I don't drink soda anymore anyway, so.
So I'm gonna get a different one every week, and I'm gonna be a different person every week.
Oh, Sean's Coca-Cola personality.
So this week.
Oh, this week you're you.
I'm me.
Okay, so the bottle says Sean, so Sean will be Sean.
You can see this on the video version.
Yeah, we
So
post the video version of the podcast up on YouTube. It is slightly shortened because who wants to sit there for an hour now? Like,
why I got this?
Yeah?
I wasn't looking for me.
I wasn't looking for me at the time, but I found me.
I just got into the line and I looked over and that was the first one. I'm like, oh
Yeah.
shit. Alright. So every week I'm going to have a different name.
Alright.
I'll still be me, but I won't be.
Well, I'm going to have to... You'll have to tilt the bottle so that I can see the name.
Yeah.
Because otherwise I'm just going to be like, hey, you. I should just do that now anyway. Hey, you.
What?
Exactly. So we have so much stuff.
Oh, yeah.
So much stuff. This is an action-packed episode for you.
You lucky duckies.
Oh, well, I don't know that I would call you ducks, but oh, you could be our little ducklings. That's so cute. That's cute.
And yes, I posted it today, and I will mention about Doc Brown from Back to the Future.
You posted it today? You actually went on the social media? We are on the Facebook and the Instagram. You went on one of those and posted?
Facebook.
You went on the Facebook?
Yep.
The Book of Face?
Yes.
And posted what?
That, even though I forgot last week to mention the whole Doc Brown thing,
Yeah.
I will do it tonight.
Okay.
I have it right in front of me.
Okay. I should have told you off mic. We do this all the time.
Yes.
But I want to let you know, and I want the people know what kind of stress I'm under right now. Okay? I have a secondary show, and I was recording said secondary show earlier this week. It's an hour long, like 55 minutes.
Uh-huh.
I was 15 to 18 minutes away from finishing that show, and my computer crashed.
Oh, shit.
And I lost everything.
Oh.
Because the recording program that we use, which is made by Adobe, doesn't do an autosave. So I lost the entire show. I had to go back and record a whole new show.
Well, we know what that's like.
Well, no. Sometimes we've done that on purpose because we weren't happy with the original recording.
And it came out better.
I was forced to. I had to. Well, we could have done a rerun, but what can you do? So I was like, really? Oh. I forget what we ended up talking about. I don't even know. It was just stressful. So I'm trying to keep an eye on the situation. So I don't think it will distract me much. And I'm going to keep my fingers crossed. And I just wanted to keep you prepared for the problem, co-host of mine,
I'm being funny for the video game.
just in case there's a thing. All right, so now that I got that out of the way.
Alrighty.
You know what?
No.
It's been a crazy week in the entertainment industry. Yes, and I bet I think you know what I'm going to say, but I'm not going to say it.
That could be anything.
Well, no, I heard. Now it's been like a year.
Too long.
It's been over a year, actually. It was a year in December since George Michael passed away.
Yes.
Okay, I like George Michael. Good for good. So, but here's the thing,
I
right?
want your sex.
He didn't want my sex. That's why we could have pals. We could have been pals. So,
Careless whisper.
yeah, I don't know. He could whisper something to me. He wasn't a bad looking guy. So,
In those jeans. You liked them in those jeans.
every woman liked George Michael in those jeans.
And leather jacket.
If you had a pulse, you were turned on. You were like, well, look at that hottie. With your little shades.
And that little bulge.
And your little butt. So, I've been waiting because I know there's unreleased music. And I'm like, when am I going to get, like, some
I hate
unreleased
waiting
music?
for that.
Because I know he's got some. Because I have some bootlegs. So
like-
I know it's out there.
It's like Michael Jackson and Prince.
Yeah?
You know there's still a hell of a lot of songs in the vault.
Right.
And it's taken these companies a long time to decide, let's release them.
I know. I mean, whoever was in charge of Tupac's estate was fucking on it. Because they were
Yeah.
very
For years.
very shortly after he died, came the barrage of CDs.
Mm-hmm.
He put out more CDs dead than he did alive.
Yes.
Yes, he did. You can count them up. Biggie, not so much. He apparently didn't work as hard. He
No.
didn't have as much stuff in the vaults. Prince, I think, had a shit ton.
Yeah.
Oh my god. That is the metric shit ton.
That's why I say him and Michael. They were always constantly
Yeah.
working on songs. So
Right.
they have so much in the vault that we haven't ever heard. That
Yeah.
I'm still waiting to come out.
So I know there's recordings, right? So I am trying to patiently wait.
I'm not.
And now, well, I'm trying really hard.
I'm losing patience.
So I was digging into it the other day because I'm like, it's been over a year.
The best time to do this is on the anniversary of the passing.
You think?
Michael's is coming up 25th of this
Uh-huh.
month. Around there's a good time to celebrate and just
Mm.
give us another album with some songs from the vault. Give us another concert of his that he did in the 80s or 90s.
Yeah. I can't believe that there's not more like concert DVDs of
There
him.
should be. There's a lot.
Yeah.
Some of them were great. I wish I had them.
George has one. One of the last big things that he did at the Albert Hall, I think. No, it was Philharmonic, I think. It's on my to-get list. My problem is I haven't got it yet because it's fucking expensive.
That's why it's on the to get list.
It's like Blu-ray, but it's like 30-something bucks. I'm like, whoa.
I can wait.
Yeah, that'll wait a little bit. So, I've been waiting. So I started to, like, kind of dig into it to find out what was going on. And he had a partner when he died, okay? And there was a lot of speculation about this dude because they thought that maybe he was really shady. And now this dude went on Twitter and was tweeting. He's been going crazy on. The thing is that he'll go crazy on Twitter, and then send out a tweet like, "Oh, I was hacked."
Really.
It's like, how many times has your Twitter thing got hacked? You get hacked like every other day, dude. So-
coincidence.
And then he's on Twitter talking about how poor he is, and that he was gonna start selling like.
Some of George's stuff.
Yeah, so some of George's stuff that he had.
Auctions.
Which made his family so angry. And they had a right to be angry.
Yeah.
So they've kind of put a cease... I mean, the whole thing is very messy. They put out like a cease and desist on him.
It's as messy as a dirty diaper.
Oh, it is. And now,
No.
as if this wasn't enough to happen. Now, the partner who was with him when he passed is not really in the will. I don't think he's in the will at all. The family says they gave him like $250,000 just to like go away, right?
It ain't working.
It didn't. And he was squatting in one of the houses. They had to throw him out. They had to get him forcibly removed from the house. And he was under the impression he could keep it.
Yeah,
Just
sure.
because, like, oh, but he said it was okay. George said I could live here. And it's like, no. Get out.
Delusional.
Yeah. So as if that wasn't enough, that his family's got to deal with this. His ex has now come out.
Yep.
But they were together, to be fair, they were together like 15 years. They were together a long time. It's just that, like, your relationship is over, so you have really no right to ask for anything,
Nope.
but he's contesting the will.
Yep.
Which is going to slow everything up all over again.
Natural.
And I'm like, why are you contesting the will? Like, he just thinks that because they were together for so long, and he took care of him, when he was, having troubles, that he deserves more than he's getting. He's in the will. He just thinks he deserves more than he got.
Oh, you only get what's in the will.
That's what I'm saying. But he's contesting it. So I'm like,
Have fun.
have fun. Look at Sean. Have fun. Write me a postcard.
I'd say unless the family agrees, you ain't getting squat.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. But I was like, man, it's going to be years before any
Everybody's
stuff
greedy
comes up.
motherfucker.
Oh, when people die, people just come out of the thing and they're like, oh,
Oh, I want my share. Hi.
Yeah. We haven't spoken in 25 years, but...
He owes me. Bitch, you owe me.
What do you got?
Nothing for you.
Well, he had like 3 houses.
Hey, you can have my
And-
shack. How's
You
that?
can have one shack. He had like 3 houses, and I don't know, like the amount of money, like actual money that he had. I don't know. I would assume that he wasn't destitute, though. I'd assume he had a good chunk of change. One would assume.
Yep.
But who's to say? So that was kind of frustrating this week. I was reading all about it, and I'm like, man, come on, Kenny. You don't have any right to any money. You got your money.
Yep.
Get off it.
Get lost.
Get lost. Get off it. Get lost.
Take a hike.
Oh, boy. That's that. So you since you posted, and
Yeah.
I interrupted you.
Yeah.
Sean posted on Facebook about
Emmett Brown.
Emmett Brown.
Doc.
Doctor or what?
But before I do that, Tyler's got a little news.
I do?
Someone's on vacation.
Oh, I'm on vacation.
Finally.
What's
Not-
all I can...
Not finally that you just said that. Finally, you're on vacation.
It's been over a year since I've had a vacation, yeah. It's funny because when I said I'm on vacation, have you ever seen, what movie is that? What About Bob?
Yes.
When Bill Murray's talking about going on vacation, he's like, a vacation from my problems! That's all I'm thinking about now. A vacation from my problems!
Yay.
Dr. Marvin, I'm sailing! I'm sailing, Dr. Marvin!
Well, he's all tied up.
He is tied up. I'm
Oh.
sailing! Keep
watch
sailing,
that.
Bob.
I want to watch that now.
That's a decent movie. Baby stepping down the hall.
So the information that I found of Doc Brown, I got off Wikipedia.
Yeah.
Emmett refers to himself as a, quote, student of all sciences. And he's depicted as a talented inventor. Whatever that means.
No.
His homes in 1985, 1955, and 1885 are shown to contain various labor-saving gadgets. He appears to be heavily influenced by sciences of all eras and the scientists in those eras,
Okay.
naming successive pet dogs Copernicus and Einstein, having portraits of Isaac Newton, Ben Franklin, Thomas Edison, and Albert Einstein, which is where, oh my God, I'm drawing a blank right now. Christopher Lloyd.
Yeah.
Oh look, there's his name right there. My mind's running ahead of me.
Gah! Don't get ahead of yourself. Slow down. Walk with yourself hand in hand.
Chris thought about Einstein for the hairstyle.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't Robin Zemeckis or any of them. That's something that Chris came up for his character.
Mm-hmm.
His favorite authors being Jules Verne, and his family's name originally Von Braun before World War I.
Okay.
The rest of it there is just some more about the history of the family. And we're trying to find out why he wants to be called a duck.
Yeah, all this came about
I
a short...
believe it has to do with that first part.
this came about a short time ago where I was saying, does Doc Brown have his PhD in? Why is he called Doc? Is it just a cool nickname that Marty calls him? Or is he a legitimate doctor of something? So, we've been apparently thinking about this for a little bit.
But this part's interesting too. Doc and Marty met several years prior to the events of the first time travel experiment, when Marty, out of curiosity, sneaked into Doc's lab after being warned by his parents to stay away from him. Happy to be revered as cool, in quotes, cool, Doc hired Marty as his part-time lab assistant. See, we've always wondered how they became friends.
Yeah, we did.
I don't know where the fuck they're getting this.
Where are they getting this information from?
But that could answer us.
I need resources. Quote your resources. Link. Pixar didn't happen. Oh gosh. So, but we still don't know. I mean, I'm gonna assume that he's some kind of physicist because he made a fucking time machine.
Doesn't say too much more. The rest of it is almost descriptive of what we already know. But
Yeah.
I think it has to do with this part here. Being a student of all sciences and sciences.
A student of science.
He probably considers
Doesn't
him
make him a
Doc.
scientist.
It's probably like a nickname or just...
I don't know. I'm willing to call it a nickname at this point. I mean, Jesus.
Does anybody out there want to tell us what you think?
Oh, guess what? If you want to give us your opinion on Doc Brown or anything, I don't
Please.
know, that we've spoken about so far, you can write us at the word #JustSayingPodcast at gmail.com. The email will actually be in the description
And on Facebook.
of the episode. You legit just have to go boom. Click. Click.
You can let us know on Facebook.
I mean, we might say something later on that you might want to talk to us about. I don't know. You never know how the night's going to go.
Exactly, look at that.
Look what?
having that to talk about. I feel like I'm going to read this and, oh, there's the answer.
Yeah?
And I feel like I just went in circles. I just went in a circle and I fell down.
Circular reasoning, my friend. It's circular reasoning.
I fall and I can't get up.
Yeah, indeed. All right, so next up, what do we got? Oh, we have so much stuff. It's like, what do we do? Oh, he's going through his notes.
Solo, a Star Wars story, pulls in disappointing numbers at the box office.
Yes, I've heard this as well. So before you get into that, I'm going to say that the quote that I saw from Disney is they are now rethinking the Star Wars franchise and the movies because they're afraid that people are getting, quote, franchise fatigue, unquote, and I
doing
don't...
it every other year, that's why.
Well, I mean... Sean! So... necessarily believe that, though, because Marvel puts out a movie, like 3 movies a year.
Mm-hmm.
They just had Infinity War a few weeks ago. Deadpool 2 came out. In a month, Ant-Man's coming out. Next year they have 3 more. So it's like the Marvel movies do well. I think the problem with these movies is that when people... Alright, this is strictly my opinion, and you can email me your opinion if you want. People want, like... There really was no need for a solo movie. There was no need for it.
I think they should have done that instead of Rogue One.
Maybe. I didn't see Rogue One either. Because I'm not interested in the branches. I like the tree. I want to hug the tree, Sean, not the fucking branches. Because the branches only fall and hit you in the head.
But they're supposed to do a Boba Fett one. Don't you want that branch?
That is the only branch I want on the tree.
That's the one you'll shake.
That's the branch I'm happy to shake. I will shake the Boba Fett branch. But, I mean, like for Star Wars, like, people like the characters that they know.
Yeah.
So you're introducing this whole new thing, and I think a lot of Star Wars fans, and once again, this is strictly my opinion, allegedly, Star Wars fans are very picky. Like, the hardcore fans are very picky. The ones who read the books and can analyze the whole shit out of everything. I think that they're very picky, and I think they've kind of turned their back on it. That's just my opinion. Because hardcore people hated The Last Jedi, and a lot of other people liked it.
Yep.
I didn't think it was bad. I had a few issues with it. I didn't like the whole...
You, me, and Mark Hamill.
I thought the whole storyline with Finn and the girl was basically pointless.
Yep.
And it didn't have enough action, and it pulled you out of action to go into this thing. And it's like, I don't want to do that. You're making me go from... You're making me do 90 and then stop at a stop sign. I can't do that.
No.
So that's just how I feel. But, I heard Solo's not doing well, and let's...
So this starts off by saying, we have a bad feeling about this.
Yeah.
Which was always the ongoing slogan.
Yeah.
Especially in the original trilogy.
Mm-hmm.
Solo, a Star Wars story, has pulled in disappointing box office results, dropping way below Disney's projected... I did that once and I made her just crack up laughing.
No, I'm thinking of, we were out filming this weekend and we were at a stoplight. And I said, I went to do something, and then I said, let me go when it turns green. And Sean goes, it did. I was like, what? He said, it did.
It did, go.
I was laughing about that all day. Did.
The new prequel film follows a younger version of Ford's iconic Star Wars character with alternate... I can't talk to you.
Oh, Sean, what happened to you?
I'm doing it again. I'm trying to read faster than I am. Alden Ehrenreich, starring as Han Solo, directed by Ron Howard. Also, a Star Wars story is out. No shit.
I like how they did that as an afterthought. Oh, by the way.
It's out. Well, of course we know it's out. It's not doing that well. However, as BBC report, analysis predicted that the Star Wars film would take between $130 million and $150 million within its debut weekend in North America. It unfortunately has pulled in a modest $103 million. It might seem gratuitous, but the $30 million deflect has prompted Lucasfilms and Disney to rework the strategy for the franchise. Ta-da!
Ta-ra!
Disney distribution chief Dave Hollis has questioned whether releasing Solo while Deadpool 2 and Avengers Infinity War are in theaters was a wise move. No.
Sean says no.
You should wait a little extra time, and when there's nothing going on in this little area, that's when you put it in.
I see their thing, though, because it was a holiday weekend. So they wanted to get it out.
They were shooting for the original date that the first one came out.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yep. Actually, Star Wars Part 4, which is New Hope, that's the one that came out in 77.
Yeah.
That was out on that date. And 6 years later, Jedi, they did it with that.
Oh, okay.
I forget if they did that with the other three, but who gives a shit? There's a question of frequency and how many times people will go to the movies. Yeah, you could always have dinner in a movie.
Well,
Anytime.
I don't know. Well, movies can be expensive.
Oh, you got lunch in a movie, too.
What about snacks in a matinee?
Why not? Still sounds yummy. This is too much and too soon for a third time in a 5-week period. Hollis has even admitted that impressive international box office returns aren't enough to save it. Solo will have a worldwide opening of $148 million compared to The Last Jedi, which opened with $230 million. Take that. Meanwhile, Harrison Ford has given his verdict on Solo: A Star Wars Story, with the film's director Ron Howard claiming that the actor was, quote, raving about it after seeing the finished version. As MovieWeb reports, Ford, who has apparently seen Solo twice, said that he adores the film. It's funny how someone who's been wanting his character dead for many years adores that film.
I guess, yeah.
I had never had... Huh?
Nope, good.
I had never heard Harrison being effusive about anything, and he was raving about it, Howard recalled. He said Alden nailed it, made it his own.
Okay. Oh, Lord.
That's something else.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, whoa, that's an awful long... I mean, it's just...
No.
It's just that thing.
That's extra.
Okay. I understand. Okay. That's crazy.
Yes.
I've heard people say it's not bad. I mean,
I'm interested in seeing it, but not the movies.
Not the movies.
I'll wait for it to be on, like, DVD. I'll get it through Netflix.
Okay. That's fair.
Because with this story, I just want to see how Han and Chewie became buddies.
Mm-hmm.
The famous card game.
Mm-hmm.
On how he won the Falcon from Lando.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty much it.
I see.
Yes.
Woo. Oh, what else we got?
Every one of those.
Oh, my goodness. My goodness, goodness. Okay,
God,
so...
Those are boring. I wonder why we never heard them.
Alright. I will give you a choice. I can...
B!
Alright, I'm going to let Sean decide. Sean's going to decide all of our fate, you guys. I will give you...
Door number 3!
I can either continue with the movie theme or do this entirely new topic. It's up to you.
New.
New topic.
New!
There you go. I don't know how well this is going to go over. So we'll see.
We'll go back to the other one next week.
Oh, yeah, we can do that next week. But it's an entirely new topic, folks.
New.
Okay. People poll. It was a people poll. Oh boy. Okay. We get people from all over who listen to this show, which is great. Last week we had like Italy and other places. Yeah, the UK tunes in once in a while. Hi, UK.
Our friends in the UK.
The UK. So I thought it might be funny-ish to find out from non-Americans who have visited the USA, what are some American things that you found shocking or weird that are different compared to your country?
That's going to be a long list.
You know what? There is one thing that comes up constantly.
One thing?
Just one thing. It will be a repeated thing, and you will notice it right away. Okay. So we're gonna get into this. So, don't be offended. These are just people's opinions.
Not ours.
It's fine. Some of these are actually kind of funny.
Remember, we're just reading what we print out.
Well, I
Just
did.
trying to entertain you.
God damn it! I did research. Here we go. The size of your food portions. Denny's has no chill. Why is my plate literally covered in 4-inch layers of shredded potatoes with meat and eggs thrown on top? Because America.
Yep. And Denny.
I like that. Denny's has no chill. That's my favorite line. I love it. Most of my international friends comment on how badly and fake cashiers are. They are unnerved by "how's your day" when the cashiers don't care.
Exactly.
It's because they're forced to care.
Yep.
It's true. Paying again for someone to open your door or handing you a coffee. I assume they mean like at Dunks or something when they give you the coffee and it's like, yeah. You look lost, Sean. Are you okay?
I'm just trying to find a piece of paper I was writing notes on.
Oh, well, okay. I'm shocked about the TSA agents being such assholes.
Are you? We're not.
Yeah, we're not. We're used to that. I get randomly pre-selected for security leaving Toronto, and it was casual. I bantered a bit with the agents and then went on my way. Every time I fly back from the USA, I see them yelling at innocent people just trying to travel. If you don't take a step forward exactly when they want you to, they're going to bitch you out for it and threaten you with detainment. It's horrendous.
You want to have fun with them with that?
Yeah?
Call up Judge Reinhold.
Judge Oh, God damn, Sean went there. I'm baffled by your tipping. That being said, to anyone who served my fiance and I, you are welcome. I think everyone got more than the 20% and then some, but I'm also baffled that a $20 tip to the bartender in Brooklyn got me 9 free shots over the course of an evening. Also, 2 drink minimums at Comedy Club in New York. In Australia, that is super duper massively crazy illegal. But a cover charge that has a disclaimer on how many drinks I have to have? How friendly you people actually are. You get a bad rap. You're not all stupid, just poorly represented. That's because they pick the worst of the worst.
Yep.
Whenever there's anything happening on the news, like locally, my chair is just slowly falling, so you see that? When anything happens, like locally, they pick like the worst neighbor.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, yeah. And he's like shirtless, drinking a Corona.
I saw the whole thing.
Yeah. It's awful. Having taxes excluded from prices is really annoying and surprising when you don't expect it. Something I've never been able to explain properly, but there is a general happier mood of people in public. In the UK, at least in cities, people aren't pleased about traveling. I don't explain that well, but other British people probably know what I'm talking about. On a similar note, the fake politeness of service staff is uncomfortable. Example, smiling cashiers. You're not happy about your job, and I'm not elated to be getting shit from Walmart either.
Yep.
So we don't have to pretend otherwise.
Exactly. Just cut the bullshit.
Exactly. There are a lot of squirrels, and some of them are terrifyingly bold. That one made me laugh. They're terrifyingly bold.
Aren't they?
I gotta bring my chair back up. This is awful. My chair is broken, and I've fallen. I've fallen!
But you got up.
I did.
Whee!
Okay. You have drive-through everything. Yes, because we don't want to get out of the car.
Exactly.
Drive-through my pants! As a Canadian, the raptor-sized turkey legs sold at amusement parks.
Yabba dabba doo!
All the commercials for lawyers. They're on the side of the road, in television, in hotel rooms. Okay, the last one was only in one hotel, but most of the time you can't go anywhere without seeing ads for lawyers. I have no excuse for that. Lawyers like to advertise. Yeah, I find that the ones who advertise like a shit ton are usually the shadiest.
Agreed. Second.
Seconded. Oh, and you hit the gavel on that too. That's funny.
Haven't done that in a while.
You haven't. The spacing. I know the U.S. is a huge area, and of course being cramped in cities like New York are exceptions, but the size of your roads and parking lots just seem really strange as a Central European.
European.
Well, I can explain that, Central European. It is because where you live is older than where we live. That's it. That's it. They have old roads, and we have roads that were made for automobiles. And they don't. They're having fun. As a Brit, having traveled America extensively, I don't know if I find anything about America that weird anymore. Your media and politics are insane, but day-to-day life is rather normal and toned down. The average American is a lot less loud and annoying than their average politician or TV host. I guess one thing that's odd in the average American seems a lot more tuned to the outdoors than we are. I've seen Americans sporadically ask friends if they want to go on a night hike or go hunting. Generally, if you hunt animals in the UK, you're part of nobility. I've never had a friend ask me to go night hunting, and if they do,
no thanks.
I will say no thank you. I will say no thank you indeed, sir. And good day.
Good night.
Good night, sir. What's the other thing he said? Night hiking? Yeah, fuck you. Hey, Tara, you're pretty klutzy and trip over your own shadow. Would you like to go walking through the woods at night? Absolutely not. No. A coworker of mine visited the U.S. and stayed over my house from the UK. Oh my God, you have a mailbox, just like in the movies.
Of course.
You have a mailbox. Come, look at my mailbox.
Come check out my box.
Come check out my box. My mailbox. My girlfriend is Japanese and she was hanging out with me at home. I have a fish tank there, and well, one fish wasn't doing so well anymore, and he had the final swim to visit Poseidon. That's a nice way to put it. That's a nice way to put it. So I did what anyone would have done. I scooped him out of the tank, put him in the toilet, and sent him to a final watery voyage.
Au revoir.
With a few respectful words. She looked shocked and said, "Why did you flush him?" "It's just a fish. It's just what we do." Then I showed her videos on YouTube of people doing the same thing. She thought it was the strangest thing she'd ever seen.
See?
In fact, when she went back to Japan, she brought it up to her mother, who had a similar shocked response. I guess I'm supposed to bury a fish. No, you're not. Keep flushing that fucker.
Keep it in the water.
Spent a year in the U.S. and came back for a few weeks because I like you guys. I know you don't give a shit when you ask how I'm doing, but it's still nice to be asked. There you go. Somebody likes it. How you doing? It's, you know what? It's more of those things. It's like that social thing where it's like, yeah, how you doing? And you just expect somebody to, like, the proper response is just either a head nod or you just go, yeah. Like
Bob on the Bomba.
Yeah. Have you ever done that thing where it's like, usually when people, I've noticed, I've done this, like, I do this a lot. When people ask how I'm doing, I immediately retort that with, how are you doing? So it's like, tell me, Tara, how you doing? How you doing? Like, I gloss over them. I don't even let myself answer.
I asked you second.
Yeah, well.
You answered me first. I asked you second.
Yeah, I'm asking you. I'll answer you. If you answer me, I'll answer you. I don't know why I do that. It's weird. Your lack of inhibition with strangers. I don't know who you're hanging out with. I spent a month traveling from east to west and stayed with my best mate in New York City for a few weeks. While there, I decided to top my red hair dye as it had seriously faded. Okay. One disaster later, my hair actually came out luminous pink and red instead. I'm talking pretty out there from my usual red, but I thought, fuck it. It'll fade soon enough, and I'm traveling. Why not just rock this for a bit? Good attitude to have. What I did not expect was all the comments on it by complete strangers. I live in Scotland, and we're a fairly friendly, cheery, chatty bunch when we want to be. But it's usually during an ongoing exchange, such as when you're being served by someone in a shop or a restaurant after having established base contact. You might then venture with, "Oh, I like your hair, clothes, bag, whatever." It's pretty rare, though, but not unheard of, for someone to just pass you on the street and make a comment. I was blown away by how often it happened there. I'm a fairly sociable person myself, and I enjoyed it, but it constantly surprised me. I'd be walking down the street in my own little world. I hate that, when you're walking and somebody pulls you up, and I'd hear, "Hey, awesome hair," from someone just passing me. It was great. I would probably regard this as an asset as opposed to weird, but I don't know if you guys realize just how different you are in that respect. Okay, well...
Dude, your hair is bitching.
I'm actually, you know what? They should be thankful that they said something like your hair is great, as opposed to like using some sort of weird slang that they've never heard of. You know, you're like, oh, whatever. I don't know slang anymore. I thought I was gonna try to be cool and throw some slang in, and I fucking know nothing.
Well, when you're on the spot at the last minute, we can't think of any 80s slang.
You have a lot of commercials for antidepressants and surgeries. General advertisements for prescription drugs. Because we need drugs.
Yep.
You know why we need drugs? Because there are people on the street who want to talk to you.
And you've seen our portions of food.
Yeah.
That's why we need medication.
We need a lot of medication.
We're hungry. We like to eat. But it doesn't have its consequences.
Oh my god, that's fun. We're hungry. I remember clearly this one guy playing some shooter game in a Greyhound lobby. He was so into it, like nobody was watching. Then this random guy came to look and shout this guy words of encouragement. I was also really surprised how American America really is. It's just like the movies. Terrific.
Oh, say, can you see?
I'm from the U.S., but when speaking to Spanish exchange students when they come to my high school, told us that the meals taste sweet. Yeah, we put a lot of
Isabel.
we put a lot of sugar and shit.
We like it sweet and flavory.
And flavorly?
Yeah.
Sweet and flavorly.
Yum.
I'm American, but after living abroad and speaking to people from many different countries, I realized that the small talk, overly nice attitude towards strangers Americans have is considered odd and often fake to non-Americans. Most likely because in other countries the way it works is that someone is distant at first meeting, but gradually becomes your friend over time.
From a distance.
I didn't know where you were going with that. In America, strangers will act like you are great friends, but in reality, they don't think you guys are friends. They are just being nice, and this is something Americans are used to and accept as normal. No one thinks the guy behind them in line who strikes up a conversation wants to be your BFF, but I think this confuses people not used to that kind of culture.
Yep.
Well, we're here to help. We're helping you.
Try.
Well, fucking try. I think my cousin from Europe lost it when she saw a wacky inflatable tube man for the first time. Fucking yeah!
You gotta see the video version for that.
Wacky waving inflatable tube man. Wacky waving inflatable tube man. Oh boy.
Whee!
That's fantastic. That just made my day.
I thought you'd be on vacation today.
That too. I know a guy from Germany. He was in awe at how long our lines are in supermarkets. He said in Germany, everyone bags their own stuff, and the cashier just scans it and slides. The line moves really fast.
Oh.
Here's the thing.
Show that to our people.
Here's the thing. Well, you know what? I mean, that'd be taking a job away from somebody if we bagged our own stuff.
See some of the people at Walmart? They should be retired already. They're the ones I always end up getting.
I understand. The gaps between... yeah. Beep.
Beep.
Yeah.
Beep.
Okay. The gaps between the doors in public restrooms, you could look someone in the eye through those,
You know about
and
this.
it's a bit too uncomfortable. There's one more piece to this. Although, also I noticed this in Florida, and not when I was in New York City, but mattress shops, and many different adverts for mattress shops. I feel like they're not something people buy that regularly. If anyone could give me an answer to this, it will make my day. I'm from the UK. We don't advertise mattress shops. I can't answer you on the mattress shops. That might be just a Florida thing. I wouldn't put it past them. Florida, hey.
Anytime we drive past one, we just want to go in and take a nap.
Yeah, well, naps are great.
Yeah.
I am completely with you on the gaps in the doors. I don't know why they're like that. It's bad design. It's just bad design.
A couple times in the past, Tara's posted this little picture of Bert from Sesame Street peeking through.
The line is, the gap is obscene. You can literally watch somebody poo. I'm not kidding.
Ooh, hello.
Yeah, you don't push. You having trouble?
Oh my.
Oh goodness.
Need help?
One thing is your food delivery. Since one of the American stereotypes is everyone is lazy, this one was actually a big surprise. Where I'm from, Lebanon and Jordan, every single place delivers. I'm combining the experiences in these two countries because they're very similar. McDonald's and Burger King deliver, and they even have 5-star exclusive restaurants. In one, literally 95% of places deliver. But for those that don't, we have a service that basically acts as a middleman. They compile the menus in every single restaurant in the country. Wow, that's a lot! Every single one in the country?
Damn.
5 different restaurants. You can call them and order it. They charge a small added fee. I don't remember what it is. Maybe 16%, blah, blah, blah. So anyway, when I moved to the U.S., I was damn surprised that so few places deliver. Mostly just crappy Chinese food or pizza or sushi.
So we're too lazy to go in, they're too lazy to go out.
Yeah. And a few extra random places. That's basically it. Well, I would love if more places delivered. I am on your side 100%.
Second it.
Having tax added on when you get to the till, i.e. price tag says $5, you take out a $5 bill, then bam, you're asked to pay $5.86 or whatever. You know why? Because I think if we did that, people would just be confused because we're so used to having the tax added after.
If it's 5, we automatically have 6.
Yeah.
Ready.
Yeah. I agree, though. We should just compile the tax in with the price. Like, what it says is what you pay.
Stupid taxes.
Oh, yeah. Taxes suck.
Yeah.
Down with taxes.
Second that.
Met some Swiss guys at a house party after a mutual friend's wedding. They couldn't believe we were all actually drinking out of red Solo cups. It blew their minds. They kept on taking pictures and saying, "It's just like the movies." Oh, yeah.
Where do you think these people in Hollywood get the idea from?
There you go. Because it fucking happens. Probably not the weirdest, but I recently realized Americans have to register to vote. Here, it's just you're 18 and you can vote. Well, it's not actually that hard. When you renew your license, you just check off that you want to vote. It's not that big a fucking deal.
Nope. Every 5 years.
But, God bless if you think it's a problem. Your booze, alcohol, and gas is really cheap. Also, alcohol in gas stations?
Why not?
Well, you know what? Gas isn't so cheap. All right?
It's been going up lately.
Oh, boy. It really is.
I heard, on the news,
Yeah?
this time last year it was about 40 to 50 cents less.
Oh, that's depressing.
We're climbing up near $3 and it sucks.
I lived in Ecuador for years because I married an Ecuadorian, and yes, I could only ever buy a certain number of pills according to my immediate need. Have a headache? Head to the corner pharmacy and buy 2 ibuprofen. People never have random bottles of pills in their house like we do in the U.S. Ah. Asking strangers, how are you, without expecting an actual answer. I just told you why we do that. It also felt weird to answer with, how are you, myself. And the huge bottles of pills, I bought 1,000 aspirin for like $6, and I can barely believe it. I am balling out on ibuprofen, baby.
We need aspirin for lots of reasons.
We do. You know what? Other Americans give us a...
Other people.
Usually how they drive.
Loud places of people.
Yeah.
Work. Going to the clubs. Long night of drinking. Long day of drinking.
Yeah.
Long day and night of drinking. We need it for a lot of things.
We do. We need aspirin. We're just aspirin people.
Get a drink.
My now retired parents take golf holidays in the U.S. from time to time. Here are things they noticed as different and or odd. 1. Many areas have no sidewalks. Well, yes, they don't. 2. The size of food servings in restaurants is 50 to 100% bigger than in Europe. We just told you. We want to eat.
We're hungry.
Yes. We're hungry. 3. Outside of city centers, you almost never see public buses or people on bikes. Because sometimes crazy people live out where the buses don't run.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to get them on a bus.
Nope.
4. Houses in new, a bit upscale developments are huge compared to Europe. Who'd want to live in an 8-bedroom, 4-bathroom, 2 people, and 2 kids? My mother said, just think of all that cleaning.
Well, that's true.
I guess.
That's when you get someone to do it for you.
5. So weird being in a supermarket not knowing how much things actually cost, i.e., example tax is added at the counter, often at very different numbers for different items.
No on clothing.
Yeah. 6. Americans are extremely friendly, almost to an uncomfortable degree. When my parents got slightly lost and asked for directions, after 5 minutes, 20 people with huge smiles were surrounding them, trying to offer their help. Several offering rides back to their hotel. Do not take that ride. That's a bad ride. Bad.
Yeah, if you want to
Bad ride.
If you want to know where to avoid asking for directions, watch National Lampoon's Vacation. You'll find out.
Okay.
I think it's in Missouri somewhere.
How your toilets are full up right with water. How's a guy supposed to piss quietly?
Pee just above the water. On
To
the side of the bowl.
To be fair, almost nothing in the U.S. is grape flavored. It's purple flavored. What flavor is that? Purple. Yeah, that actually bothers me too. You get like grape flavored gum, and it's like, this doesn't taste like grapes. That reminds me, I have grapes in the fridge. Kind of want some grapes now. Anyway, we hope you enjoyed this week's show. As far as I know, we'll be back next week. We will see you next time. I'm gonna shut up because I'm losing my brain. Alright, you guys, listen to this real quick. I had a dog emergency. I had to take my dog to the vet. My dog is fine. Everything's cool. But because I went into work late, I couldn't have lunch 2 days in a row. It's like I had to forego my lunch hour to make up the time that I missed. So I couldn't take my nap for 2 days. And it has completely it's thrown me off my rhythm. As John Mulaney would say, I'm off my rhythm. It'll throw you off your rhythm.
The rhythm of the night.
Okay, so since my rhythm is thrown off, I'm going to throw it back to Sean. We will see you next time. Thank you so much. I'm going to shut up. Sean's got something to tell you. Whoa!
Have a good everything. I'll be someone new next week. I won't be Sean.